Hey, what's up guys? It's Chico and Zeus here. I want to do another one of my latest build videos. I know it's been a long time since I put any videos up. I've been really busy with a couple of my other jobs. Haven't been around my house that much, so hadn't had a chance to show you the arsenal. But this is another one of my builds. This is a Century Arms AK-74. It's the AK-74, not the 47. Basically the difference is that this one shoots the 5.45 by 3.9 round, which is real similar to the 5.56 that the AR-15 shoots. The AK-47 shoots a 7.62 by 3.9 round, same as the SKS and the Mini 30. So this round is a little skinnier, better trajectory, and a better performing round. This round came out later. The gun's basically designed 1974 versus the 1947 AK-47. But other than that, it's basically the same exact gun, just the caliber's different. And the rounds are a lot cheaper. Right now, you can get AK-74 rounds. I think I got over 2,000 rounds, I think, for under $200. So, but that's just steel cased, wolf ammo or Russian ammo. A few things I did to this gun, I'll go over. But basically, right now you can see I got a folder on it. It's a Ace stock folder, and it's a pretty high quality product. A little bit pricey, but very rigid. I'll show you when I fold it out. Basically, there's a push button folder. They make two different styles. There's a push button folder and a latch style folder, I guess is what you'd call it. The push button is more desirable. It's a lot easier to fold. Basically, that right there is the push button on the bottom. And this mount you can flip either side. You can have it fold to the left or fold to the right. On the AK, most people have it fold to the left so that you can still access the safety and the rounds won't hit the stock when they eject out of the ejection port. So I've got it folding left. I think it's an 8.5 inch length of pole stock, and I opted to go with the internal receiver block. There's a couple different styles you can get. This one, to install it, I don't know how well you can see it, you basically had to cut the tang that usually would come off the back of the receiver to hold the wooden stock. You got to cut that off flush right here and grind it smooth, and then they sell an internal receiver block that goes inside the receiver. So basically this piece of aluminum right here goes inside the receiver. It's captured by the pistol grip bolt, and also there's another bolt that's inside the dust cover that captures that block, and that locks it in pretty solid. This stock, when you fold it, there's a little set screw right here where my thumb is. That's adjustable so that when the stock is in the open position, there's no wiggle. It's rock solid. So you just adjust that little set screw until the stock slams against it when you tighten it, and that's how you can make sure that it's got a solid lockup. So that's the stock. The pistol grip is just a polymer AK style pistol grip. I do have a Hogue grip for this rifle. It's actually running on one of my other rifles right now. I was just at the range, so I had that Hogue grip on that rifle. I'm going to get another Hogue just so I can have one on both rifles. It did come with a Tapco G2 trigger. So the trigger is US compliant part. The stock's US compliant part. The Tapco trigger is a great trigger on AKs. I highly recommend it. It's got a real crisp let off, and it's just a good quality trigger. Steel trigger, even though it's made by Tapco, it's not polymer, it's a steel trigger. This rifle did come with a rail for a scope mount. which is an option on a lot of AKs, especially Century Arms AKs. One of the main things you want to look at if you do get a Century build, a lot of them are built from parts kits. Make sure that that sight rail is on straight, and which this one was. There's a couple other things I'll go over Century in a minute here. Look at all the rivets, make sure the rivets are done good. This sling adapter, or this sling point right here, that's also from Ace. It came when I bought the stock kit. So to put that in, I had to drill into the receiver and into the receiver block that Ace supplied, and then I just tapped it, and that threads in right there. So it's nice for running a single point. It really makes a good place to. A lot of AKs you can't run single point because there's nowhere to put a single point sling, but that was a great addition to solve that. Okay, up here in front, I'm running these magazines. These are Bulgarian Circle 10 Bakelite mags. They're basically the first version of a polymer mag. I have a bunch of them. I got when I got this rifle, I think you could get 4 mags for $60, $59. So I bought like 8 mags. So I got a bunch of mags. None of them have given me any problems. Some of them are a little bit rough. They've obviously been used, but they run really good. So, and I haven't had any issues yet. Just in front of the mag, I've got Midwest Industries rail. This gun just came with a polymer forend. I didn't like the forend. It was real cheap feeling. I always plan on upgrading it to a rail system, and right now Midwest Industries makes the best AK rail out there. There's a couple other ones by UTG and some other paintball equipment companies, but this one is built heavy duty and it locks on there nice and solid. Have not had any issues. One thing I skipped: the receiver's a Nodak-Spud receiver. Even though it's a Century build, Nodak-Spud receivers are pretty much top of the line AK receiver manufacturer. So no issues with the receiver at all. Okay, I've got the Magpul AFG2. This is the second model angled foregrip. That's the same one I got on a couple of my ARs. Like I said in previous videos, I don't really like the ergonomics of a vertical foregrip. So I like running the AFG. It's the most comfortable for me. It doesn't get in the way. It gives you a good weld to the gun. So okay, just in front of that, you can see it's got the bayonet lugs on it, and it comes with the AK-74 style removable flash hider compensator. It's a U.S. made compensator, so that's also a U.S. compliant part. It's removable, but I like it. It actually works really well for a compensator. I don't know how good of a flash hider it is, but compensator wise, it's really good. Okay, a couple other things I want to go over. The Century build guns, especially AKs, one of the things a lot of people complain about is the sight post, front sight post. Some of them are canted to the right or to the left. So when you get a Century gun, I highly suggest you go to a place where you can hand select your own gun. I hand selected this one out of a pile that was brand new, build basically. They had about 20 of them at the store. So I hand selected this one. It was the nicest shape of all the guns. It had a straight sight post, great looking rivets, really no issues. Century Arms has a history of slapping their guns together real quick to turn a profit, and there's been people that have had issues. But as long as you hand select your rifle, check the bore, check the sights, check the magazine. If you can, at the store, ask for an empty magazine. Sometimes their magazine well is cut too wide and your mag will slop side to side. This one you can see is tight. The whole gun is moving. There's no wiggle on the magazine. So that's another thing to check with Century. I always pull apart the piston, make sure that that's good, in good shape, no nicks or damages. Check out the gas tube, make sure it's not heavily fouled. But this is a really clean gun. I'm really happy with it. From the store, I got it for $369, and that came with 3 mags. and then I bought 8 more mags, like I said, for about another $100. And then I obviously dumped a bunch more money into it with the forward grip and the Ace stock and stuff like that. But I do have plans to run a red dot on this gun. I just don't have my mount yet, but I'm probably going to run. I haven't decided yet. I put my EOTech on here just to see what it would look like, and it was too gaudy. So I'm thinking about getting like a T1 Micro or something to run on here. You know, just because I like to have, I don't need magnification, but I would like to have a red dot just for quicker sight acquisition. So let me flip the gun over real quick. As you can see right here, this is the safety. Another thing I want to show you, let me go ahead and clear the gun, make sure everyone sees it is clear. Magazine is loaded. There's the 5.45 by 3.9 round. You can see it's skinnier than a 7.62. It's real close to a 2.23 or a 5.56 round, but it's basically the same cartridge. You know, it's a 3.9 cartridge, but it's a little tiny round. Okay, so magazine's out. AKs, one of the scary things with AKs is you got to actually take the safety off to check the chamber. So it's in fire position right now. I know the chamber's empty, but I'm going to clear it just for you guys. Okay, it's clear. I don't see anything in there. I don't feel anything in there. Rack it a few times. Another modification I did to this gun, just to show you real quick, is this safety. There you can see the safety right there. I put this notch in the safety. It's a trick that a lot of guys do. You'll see it online if you look up, you know, AK safety or bolt hold open mod. But basically, what I can do now is I can pull the bolt back, flip the safety up, and it retains the bolt charging handle in the open position, so that now the ejection port stays open. A lot of ranges where I shoot, when you go down range to set up targets or whatnot, they want your bolt held open. And so on an AK, what a lot of guys have to do is they either have to put an empty round, like sideways, like you stovepiped one, in there, or you know, they sell some plastic, like bright orange or bright yellow dummies that you can stick in there with a flag. But by doing this little mod, it's a neat little trick. It helps hold the bolt open. And then another thing I did that I learned from a couple guys online is on my cut, I made this angle in the back right here, so that when you want to close the bolt, all you have to do is pull the charging handle back. The safety will automatically move a little bit down, so allow the charging handle to go forward, and then all you have to do is finish it when you're ready to fire. So just a quick little mod. I did it with a Dremel. Took a little bit of time to pencil it out how I wanted it, but that's that mod. Like I said, my plans for this gun, it's a cheap gun, you know, under $400 stock, and then when I added a few things, you know, I got a little over 500 into it probably now. But anyway, it's a great gun. It shoots really good. Never had any malfunctions with it. You know, you can run it dirty. It spits out ammo like crazy. You know, it's a great investment, I think. Just make sure you check out the sight post and the rivets and you know, the bolt carrier and the piston whenever you're looking at a used AK or century build AK, and you should come up with a pretty good gun for a good price. So sorry again, I haven't gotten many videos out there. I'm going to start doing some more videos again. Like I said, I'm back in town pretty much permanently, so I'll get out shooting. I'm going to do some range videos also, so you guys can see how some of these guns perform at the range. And if you guys got any questions or comments, post them up. I appreciate your watching. Thanks, guys.